Leadership in Action. Why Kamla Persad-Bissessar continues to define transformational governance. An editorial by Professor Wall Street. The recent Rest and Reflection Action, announced by sections of the Maxi Taxi Association, was intended to send a strong message to the government. Instead, it ended up sending a very different message to the people of Trinidad and Tobago. When leadership is decisive, the nation cannot be held hostage. What was initially presented as a 3-day protest action lasted only 2 days before operators reconsidered their position. The reason is simple. Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissessar moved swiftly and strategically to ensure that citizens would continue to have access to transportation through the coordinated deployment of state resources and protective services. Rather than engaging in confrontation, the Prime Minister focused on solutions. While others attempted to create disruption, her administration worked to guarantee continuity. The result was that thousands of citizens were reassured that they would still be able to get to work, school, medical appointments, and other essential destinations. The collapse of the planned 3-day action demonstrates an important reality in modern governance. Successful leadership is measured not by rhetoric, but by the ability to solve problems in real time. For decades, governments have often found themselves vulnerable whenever critical transportation services were withdrawn. What occurred this week showed a different approach. By rapidly mobilizing alternative transportation arrangements and ensuring public confidence, the government effectively removed the leverage that the protest organizers expected to wield. Whether one supports the government politically or not, the facts are difficult to ignore. A planned 3-day shutdown became a 2-day exercise. A demonstration designed to showcase strength instead highlighted the government's preparedness. Most importantly, the country continued to function. This episode also reinforces why many supporters describe Kamla Persad-Bissessar as a transformational leader. Transformation is not merely about policy announcements or campaign promises. It is about changing the way a country responds to challenges. It is about demonstrating that public services can continue operating even in the face of organized disruption. Her supporters point to a pattern: decisive action, rapid response, and a willingness to place the interests of ordinary citizens above political calculations. They argue that these qualities have made her one of the most influential political leaders in the Caribbean today. Prime Minister Persad-Bissessar is widely recognized as one of the most inspiring leaders in the Western Hemisphere today, a status recently highlighted when she was named the Caribbean Global Leader People's Choice winner at the 2025 Caribbean Global Awards. What can be stated with certainty is that her handling of this situation has strengthened the perception among supporters that she is a leader focused on solutions rather than excuses. The broader lesson is clear. Governments must always be prepared to protect the public interest. Citizens should never be left stranded, and essential services should never depend on the success or failure of a protest action. If anything positive emerged from this episode, it is that Trinidad and Tobago witnessed a demonstration of governmental resilience and adaptability. The message from this week's events is unmistakable. Leadership is about ensuring that the nation continues to function. In this instance, the government's response ensured exactly that. The people came first, the country kept moving, and a planned 3-day disruption ended before its organizers intended.